Hey everyone, it's about that time again. Time to eat. Tonight my son has soccer, so I'm going to try to make a pretty quick meal. We're going to be doing some steamed carrots, some tilapia, and we're going to be doing some curry rice with some jalapenos, which I'm super excited about because I'm really craving like onions and jalapenos for some reason. So let's go ahead and get started on this. So today I really didn't have too much meal prepped. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. So I'm just going to wash these carrots really quick. Washing is very important. I'm still looking at that recipe that I'm going to be doing for the vegetable wash. So be looking for that. Alright, getting a knife. Today I'm not getting a serrated one. I'm just going to use a regular one. So I'm going to just cut off the tips of the carrots and then just that little part. So I'm going to chop all these off. My carrots are running away. I like doing the steamed carrots on days where I have to kind of go quickly. If not, I really like them in the oven. So baked carrots with like some Parmesan cheese and garlic. Those are really good. We actually did that for Thanksgiving this year. Alright, so I'm just going to use this to kind of peel just a little bit off of it. I don't usually peel off too much. Just a little bit of the dirt, I guess, or just, you know, whatever that brown stuff is on there. Even though I wash it, still use that. So we had fish last night, made some shrimp, but tonight we just have a lot of seafood in the freezer, and I'm not going to complain. It's one of my favorites. Nothing fancy though. I wish we had like some lobster or something like that. I've actually never cooked crawfish. That is something else that I would really like to make. So maybe I can try that this summer. And if you try any of these recipes, you can tag me in them on Instagram. Let me know what you changed, what you added, or if you did it like I had the recipe, let me know and let me know how you liked it. Alright, so I just kind of peeled a little bit off, not too much, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut them. I'm not going to cut them too fast, but before I do that, let me go ahead and get the water going. Alright, so I'm going to just fill this up here. Hopefully this water will boil quickly because we have to hurry up. Alright, so we got that. Put some salt in there to help it boil. Alright, and then this just sits right on top. It's got the holes in the bottom, lets you steam it. Alright, so hopefully that will go quickly. So I'm just going to cut them like that. Not too thin, but not too thick either. And I'm going to try to make them as even as possible throughout it. So hopefully these will go pretty quickly. I really like raw carrots because honestly these are not my favorite to cook, and they're really good with like some brown sugar on them for like holiday meals. I definitely like them like that. So trying to make these as even as I can. Bottom looked a little funky. Maybe I should use a serrated knife. We don't really have the sharpest knives here, but that's fine. Gotta make it work with what you got. So I'm gonna be starting a new series on YouTube. It's gonna be, I don't really know the title of it yet. But it's pretty much just going to be kind of my obstacles that I've been going through, trying to start my own business and all that. And I have a lot to share because it's not easy. And starting your own business can be emotionally taxing. So I'll be sharing kind of how everything is going, how it's working, and if I have found some new things, just to keep you updated on it. I'm super excited about my company and what it's all about. It's really just about community works and a lot of that. So I'm really excited to get it off the ground. So please like and subscribe. There's going to be a lot more than just cooking things going on with my company. So I'm going to give this just a little bit more. I can kind of see the steam on the lid. So I'm just going to scoot these over really quick. And I'm going to go ahead and wash the tilapia. Just Kroger brand tilapia. It's been thawing, so it's not frozen. I'm just going to do these when they're all in the individual bags. Okay, that's cool. So I'm going to go ahead and get those going. This is going to be in the oven for about 30 minutes before I do that. The olive oil on the pan. I feel like I do this with like everything I cook. I'm going to be putting butter on it too, but we're just going to put that on. These are already thawed, even though they're cold. Another thing that I have not done is actually take like the whole fish and, you know, chop its eyes out and all the bones. I haven't done that. And I don't really know if I want to. My son really wants to go fishing, and that I'm up for. So maybe this year we can fish, and then we can attempt to come home and skin it and all that. So even though this is kind of a long process to cut them all out, it doesn't take that long to cook. Alright, so we got those. I'm going to just wash my hands really quick here, so I can get all the seasonings on there and whatnot. Alright, that's getting nice and good, boiling. Alright, so on these we're going to add some adobo. This is just, you can put this on anything, really. And it's got the salt in there, so I'm not going to add any more salt. I really try to stay not far away, but I try to stay away from salt a lot. Black pepper is going to go on here. And then I'm also going to add this everything but the bagel seasoning. I used this on something else in one of the first videos I did, but I'm also going to add it on here. Alright, so we got that going. I'm going to go ahead and put these carrots in here really fast. Oh. Alright, so we got the carrots going. Alright, I'm just going to use one hand to rub all this on there. I'm going to put some butter on here, just kind of cut it and rub it on there after the seasonings. Alright, let's do the other side. Alright, we're going to add some more of this. It's so hard to do with my other hand. Okay. Pepper. Man, I should practice this hand more often. Come on. Work. Who would have thought it'd be so hard to shake with one hand, or with your non-dominant hand? My gosh. Alright, cool. So now we got that going. I'm just going to rub it a little bit more. forgot to pull out my butter, so I'm gonna go get that really quick. And I'm just gonna cut it, throw it on there. So, and then it's got olive oil on there, obviously, too. Trying to wipe all of that off. And as always, don't forget to wash your hands before you start cooking. I did that before I started cooking. All right, let me get the butter. All right, got our butter. I'm gonna just cut a little bit, cut a few pieces. All right, and I'll, flip these kind of in between the cooking time, so that way everything will get nice and buttered. But you cannot go wrong with butter. Now I sound like Paula Deen. All right, so we got that going. I'm gonna preheat the oven to 375. We'll wait for that to preheat. I should have already done that, but that's all right. So while we are waiting on the oven to preheat, I'm going to go ahead and cut up what I'm putting in the curry rice. I am going to put jalapenos, red onion, and garlic. I'm really excited about this. I have not put a jalapeno in there before, but it needs to get used. It's a little wrinkly, but it's okay. So sometimes with these, when my mom cuts jalapenos, her hands burn for like the next day or so after. I don't have that problem. I just wash out the seeds because I don't feel like digging for them. And now I'm going to pull out my serrated knife just because it makes the cutting go a lot faster. Alright, so we got the jalapeno. I'm going to kind of cut it. Yeah, I want it in smaller pieces instead of larger chunks. If I had 2 of these, I would put in 2, but we have 1, so.
Hey, Max.
Max, get out.
Max,
I'm not dropping anything. Get out of the kitchen, dog.
Why does your phone look different? So different. Just look different. From Max.
Max, get out.
Max, come on.
Does anybody else have a dog vacuum cleaner? Rummage around the kitchen waiting for you to drop something. Alright, I cracked it with the knife. Makes the peeling process a lot easier. Wow, that literally just came off like a little blanket. Alright, so that's the garlic that I'm gonna throw in there. And I grated up some Parmesan cheese yesterday, so I'm not gonna have to do that today. But I'm gonna put that on the fish when it's done. Just sprinkle a little bit on there. It's always nice when you have things already done ahead of time. And you'll see the rice that I'm going to be making tonight, it was pre-made and then frozen. We just make it in like larger batches and then we freeze it. Same thing with quinoa. All those things work good if you want to freeze them and start over. I mean, not start over. If you want to freeze them and then have them for the next time that you're trying to cook. I'm going to use a red onion. These are probably my favorite onion, especially on sandwiches or in dishes like these. I would use red onions all together, but my family also likes the yellow onions. I guess that's what they are. Alright, so I just use the water to kind of help peel all the skin off. That's just makes it a little easier. So I'm just going to cut it in half and use half of it. We'll save the other half for another meal. I'm going to try to cut these in smaller pieces as well. I like kind of getting all of the in my rice, I like getting smaller chunks of the vegetables. All right, I can kind of feel my eyes burning. So my glasses are not protecting my eyes like they were yesterday. Yesterday I had no problem. Just trying to slice these as small as I can. Trying to keep an eye on the time too. When soccer time comes, it's nice to have this stuff meal prepped. My dad is still not feeling well, so I am happy to cook. I love cooking. I just wish I would have had a little bit more time to meal prep. And so when I do the most meal prepping is when I'm making a dinner. I try to, if the oven's already on, I'm like, what else can I put in it? So that's when I like to do my meal prepping. My eyes are watering now. I'm going to come over here and check on the carrots just to see how they are doing. Here's my little spoon. All right. So they're doing good. My eyes. All right. So next thing that we're going to work on is the curry rice. So I'm going to bring the camera closer. All right, now I got the camera moved. Okay, so next I'm going to do the curry rice. I always put butter in the pan first, so I'm going to cut some of that. Thought I lost the butter for a second. All right. No, I did not get any camp cards sold. Sorry. Nope. I guess it was just too late.
It's not done yet. So
it's not.
You can change the date to Friday.
Okay. I will resend out the email. All right, so we're going to get the butter going in here. Get the butter going. And then I'm going to throw in the jalapenos, garlic, and onions. All right. This oven still preheating. Let me check on the carrots again. Steaming them actually does not take that long because they are already soft. And then I'm going to use some butter in the pan there. And I might throw a little honey in there to make them a little softer. Okay, so we got that going.
So if you do...
I said softer, but I meant sweeter. When I'm rushing, I'm like, my words are not coming out the way I want them to. All right, so we're going to get the veggies going. I'm not going to cook them that long in here before putting the rice in because I actually like the vegetables when they're kind of crunchy. When you cook them that way, they get a little soggier, so I like them when they're a little crunchy. Alright, so we got that going. See, this isn't taking that long. We're 18 minutes in, but food does not have that much longer. So this is what we do. We just make the rice and then put it in the bags, flatten it out, stick it in the freezer. You can do that with rice, quinoa. That's how we do those. My eyes are so watering from these. Wow, these onions are strong. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and put this in the oven. That's what the fish looks like. Just kind of got the butter on there. It's on 375. We're going to put them in there uncovered for 15 minutes, and then I'm going to turn them over, and then we'll do that way. Alright, so we're getting these done. Garlic is very easy to burn, so when you're doing the garlic, just make sure that your pan is not on too high because it burns pretty quickly. Alright, my eyes are just so watery right now. I don't know if you can tell or not. Not really. Alright, we're going to give this a little bit more time. The seasoning that's going to go in here is some salt, some pepper, some curry seasoning. I love curried rice. And I think that it goes well with fish. That's actually usually what I make with fish is curry rice. Alright, we're getting this done. We're still gonna give it a little bit more time. And if you have any recipes that you want me to make, like I said in my last videos, just let me know what you want me to make and I'd be glad to make it for you. I've been looking up so many recipes. I'm planning on opening up a snack bar soon. It's going to have just a whole bunch of things. It's not going to be a restaurant. Maybe that's for like future. But it's going to be like homemade ice cream and cookies and brownies, and I'm super excited. So I've been looking at tons of recipes and I'll be sharing some of those as well. And if you have any ideas of what kind of foods can go in a snack bar, let me know. But I want it to be more sweets than anything. Alright, so now I put the rice in there. We're just going to stir that in. And these are already cooked, so it's more so just heating these up than anything else and seasoning them. So we got the butter in there. I'm actually going to add just a wee bit more now that we got the rice in there so the butter can coat it. Alright, bam. Alright, there we go. I'm going to check on the carrots now. The steam is rising. Alright, the carrots are done. That took like no time at all. Alright, I'm going to get another pot holder up here. So we got these. I'm going to empty out the boiling water. You see it just sat on there and the water is just boiling. I turned off the wrong burner. No. Alright. I guess I can put these right here so that way maybe we'll be able to see them. See the carrots. Alright, so they're nice and steamed, real soft. Alright. Got some onion on there. Mix it in. Okay. So I'm going to put the stuff in there. I'm going to stir this a little. Get that butter nice and in there. You don't want to cook it too high on for too long because then the rice will get all sticky. And nobody likes sticky rice. I'm going to go ahead and season this. Alright, so now we got it all incorporated. The rice is nice and coated in the butter. Butter from the bottom of the pan and then the butter that I put on top. I'm going to turn it down a little bit so that way the rice does not stick to the bottom of the pan because it can be a pain to do. And since we're going to use a lot, I'm going to open up this one, the bigger mouth. Man, come on. This might look like a lot, but it takes a lot to make this. So that, we're going to add black pepper. Alright, I'm also going to add some pepper and the carrots, some salt in both the carrots, just a little bit, and there. I'm going to stir these up first. I'm going to throw some butter in here and then just let these kind of sit. I'm going to put the lid on there, but not all the way. I don't really want them to cook anymore. So just like that. Alright, I'm going to put some butter in the carrots. Just like that much. Oh, Max, get out. Alright, and I'm going to put the lid back on it, but I'm going to put it on kind of sideways so that way some of the steam comes out. Alright, so let's go ahead and stir this up. It's still not sticking to the pan, so that's a good sign, because it can start sticking really quick if you are not careful with the rice. All right, and then I'm gonna add just a little bit more butter, and that's it for that. So it's a good thing that that's all that I needed. Just trying to stir in all of the spices in there. Make sure all the rice gets coated nice and good. And then I'm going to get an extra spoon out and I'm going to taste it, see what it might be missing. Alright. Let's see what it needs. I'm going to try to get some of the jalapeno so I can get all the flavor. I don't really think it needs any more. Maybe like a little bit more salt. Just a little bit though. It's a little bit bigger of crystals so it doesn't come out as quickly as the other salt. Alright, so now we got the curry rice done. We have the carrots done. We're just waiting on the fish, which has probably about 15 more minutes. I guess I kind of started this a little bit earlier, but that's alright. So the curry rice is done. It's got the vegetables in there. I'm going to stir up the butter in this pan. Lost a carrot and got it. And I'm going to add just a little bit of honey in there. Just a little bit though. No honey in the carrots. Not feeling honey today. Getting towards the bottom of the honey. Just a little bit though. Just very little. Just to give it that little bit of sweet. Alright, so we got those going. Or done, rather. Carrots are done, curry rice is done. I'm going to pull the fish out, flip it over, look at it. Wait for that steam to come out. So the butter is melting nice on it. I'm going to get a fork. Alright, I'm going to flip these over. These look good. They smell good. Got one that broke. Alright, it just broke in like 3 different places. But that's alright, because when it goes in your stomach, it's going to break in these. And I'm just going to spread some of the seasoning around on it. There we go. Alright. So just kind of spread the seasoning around on there. And then these will go back in there for probably about another 10 more minutes. pretty quick for today. Let me turn this up a little bit. Get it just right. All right, well, that was pretty much it for today. The fish has probably about another 15 minutes on it, and then I'll go ahead and start putting all the foods on the plates. If you want to check out what it looks like, I'll put my Instagram name below. Be sure to go check that out, give it a like, and then just like and subscribe to the channel. There's a lot more coming up, and let me know if you try this recipe. Take a picture and send it to me, and I'll post it on my Instagram. All right, well, thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.